So many people come to me and they say, I want to work on my marriage. I want to work on my health. I want to work on my career. I want to start a side business. And the number one thing that I say to these people is,
how do I prioritize 5 life goals when they're all interconnected? Limited time and resources make the decision challenging.
the main trap that we fall into in life is that we've got all these really closely, dearly held goals that we just so desperately want to get done. And maybe we've wanted to get them done for so many years that we actually feel behind and we're overwhelmed by this sensation. Yeah, but Demir, I needed to get this done 10 years ago. So you can't tell me this year to only do one at a time. And that sense of false urgency actually becomes a stumbling block. There is such a thing as slowing down to speed up. But you have to use leverage. For example, when I was in New York and I had this crazy health crisis and I knew that I needed to get healthy, there was nothing clearer to me than that I needed to focus on my health. But, and this is an important but, when I looked around, I looked at my boss and my boss's boss and all of my friends and everybody in finance, I realized that the chances that I was ever going to build a healthy lifestyle working in finances in New York was going to be nil. That I had actually arrived in a situation and a career where it was fundamentally incompatible with my health needs. And so before I worked on my health, I realized that what served my health more was to get out of finance and get out of New York. And that took me about 2 or 3 years. So I took something that was the number one thing that I wanted to get done. And I put it on the shelf for 2 or 3 years because I knew that the thing that would serve my healthy lifestyle the most was to get out of New York and get out of finance. And here I am 10 years later, healthier than I've ever been, just did a full round of longevity checks with my doctor. I even did a heart check and the doctor said, are you an amateur athlete? And I was like, no, why do you say so? And funniest thing I've heard, he was like, well, it's just your heart is so healthy, but you're fat. So I'm trying to put the two together. I don't understand. But the point being is that I did accomplish the goal of getting healthy. I took a longer road and I put the health back 2 or 3 years so that when I did come around to getting healthy, I was in a career and a place and an environment where I could do it sustainably and it would actually stick. And it wouldn't just be me having a push for healthy lifestyle and then falling back. So maybe I'll summarize that because I went a little bit far afield. So many people come to me and they say, I want to work on my marriage. I want to work on my health. I want to work on my career. I want to start a side business. And I need to do all of them now. And Demir, don't tell me that I can't do all of them now. And the number one thing that I say to these people is we need to choose one. We ask people in the Lifehack Method to choose a definite chief aim, meaning if I'm going to do these one at a time, what is the one that I can do that sets me up for all the other ones in the future? We need to be consecutive, not concurrent in the way that we execute because you have less time, you have less attention. There are more distractions and interruptions than you think. And it is harder to get momentum and achieve success in any one realm than you think it's going to be. So we need to choose the one that serves all the other ones. Choose the definite chief aim. Choose the leverage point where you say, if I do this, it's going to be incrementally or massively easier to tackle the next 4 or 5 things that I really want to do on my list.